Where does Hakeem Olajuwon, we'll start with him, rank among the all-time centers in your view?
He's right there with him. What I like about him, I've watched him since he was at Houston in college, and he has grown so much as a player. I think that he turned the corner probably 2 years ago, because up until that time, I don't think he really knew the game. When he made a pass, it was to get rid of the ball. Now he makes passes to make plays, and that is a world of difference.
Obviously, in terms of physical skills, Shaq could be one of the greatest who has ever played. If you could give him one piece of advice about post-play now, what would it be?
Have fun. And listen, the way he's playing, it's got to be fun, because one of the great things is to be able to go out there and do what you want to do.
How would you play Shaq? How would you play Hakeem?
Well, with Shaq, I would play him without the ball, but I would try to make him move laterally. I would never try to match him in power play. I'd try to make him play horizontal rather than vertical.
Much the way you tried to play Chamberlain, I would guess.
Yes, they're a lot alike, but very different. I love to watch Shaq play. I think he's just, I like his personality, I like his dedication, and I like his discipline. Because tonight, for example, the first half, he got about 5 or 6 assists, and planned to help his team win. The really tough thing like this build-up is not to get caught up in it yourself and try to match the other guy in numbers. What you got to try to match the other guy in is in wins.
Talking about great matchups in the middle, against David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon had an astonishing series in the Western Conference Finals. In fact, Jack Ramsey said the other day, I go all the way back to George Mikan. I've never seen a guy have a better playoff series against that level of competition. What do you think?
Well, I haven't seen any better because he went out and he played hard, and he played smart. I thought that the San Antonio team did not have a good defensive plan, because not only was he able to get 35 points, but they still left the guys open for the threes. And I would think you would take away one or the other.
How do the best of your Celtic teams, I realize it was a different era, but the best of your Celtic teams rank against the teams that have won recent championships? The Bulls three-peat, the Lakers and Celtics of the 80s, the Pistons in between?
Oh, we would have beat them all.
That's simple, huh? And the famous Russell cackle. Anything about the modern NBA that bothers you? The league is booming, but is there anything you see that bothers you?
Not really. I really admire and respect these young guys that play, and they play hard. You know, a lot of people criticize a lot of the guys for a lot of things, but you have to consider this, that you now have almost 30 teams. And to get that many quality players is very difficult. So you're going to have players that are not that skilled that have notoriety.
Lastly, we had hoped to have Will Chamberlain here tonight. He would have been here, but he is out of the country. In recent years, you two have sort of been reunited. There was a period of time where you appeared to be estranged. What's the state of your relationship with Wilt these days?
I talked to him yesterday. You know, we call each other and we talk about the game, because we both love to watch the game, and we sometimes talk about how we would play these guys, how he would play them and how I would play them, because those are the two different styles because of our physical ability.
You were a guy, I hope the young people watching realize how you revolutionized the sport, playing above the rim, not just blocking shots, but controlling shots, changed the whole game.
Well, I learned to play in a certain way, and it was different than the way the game was played before, but it was a lot of fun to try to develop my skills. You know, and a lot of times in assessing players, there are a lot of times people tend to dwell on the obvious skills, but the subtle skills are the ones that make the players, as good as Olajuwon is, it's subtle things that are not obvious, that makes him so good. And the same thing is true of Shaq. And one of the things is they're both fierce competitors.
few players possess the subtle skills of Bill Russell and the drive to win, perhaps the greatest team player in basketball history. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.